All right, guys, we're here at Andrea's little park class, and it is cold as fuck out here because we're by the water. I'm gonna show you a little bit of this, like the scenery. But two things: A, I don't make nearly enough money to be out here, and then B, the wind coming off the bay, I am freezing. It is so fucking cold. But we're gonna do some yoga, and it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, it's something that warms me up a little bit. But yeah, so let me show you what we're working with here. Whoop. There's the class. It's just us four so far. Oh, oh, that kind of looks nice. But yeah, there's a there's like a little private airstrip, and then boats, boats, boats. Extra points if you know what that's from. And then the big ass bay, and that is a loud, fat ass dog. The Kenzo Benzo Bean. Little bean, little bug in a rug. Why are you yelling? He's supposed to be going to class, but he might be skipping tonight. All right. A little disjointed we are as we have three individuals here. There's two back there and two over to the side. Not a bad turnout. Intimate vibes. Where the fuck is Marcus? Bitch.
He deleted his Instagram. Did you see
He
that?
did.
Yeah.
He deactivated it.
No,
No.
like a couple days ago. Yeah. New Year's resolution or whatnot.
It's the hoes be posting strong, and it's hard to. You gotta stay on your path.
If she lied to me and then she just walked.
Jesus.
Let's not think that of people, Joey. No one would do that to you.
I feel like Wim Hof right now in the Arctic Ocean. Maybe it's not the Arctic Ocean, but it's a frigid. It's the frigid body of water.
Happy Friday.
Hello. Wow.
Welcome to our first
You fat
cold
dog.
yoga class of the season. Thank you guys for being here. It really means a lot to me to see all your lovely faces here. And I'm really excited that you guys took this opportunity to just unwind after a crazy work week and the end of the holidays. Everyone's getting back into their routine.
You gonna hook him on your ankle? Oh, actually.
Let's begin by laying down on our backs.
My little toesies.
Connecting the soles of our feet together into a little triangle butterfly pose. And just taking a few deep inhales and exhales. Just starting to connect here with this moment. Feeling the breeze. Listening to the different sounds of nature around you. And because this is our first class here, I wanted us to take a moment to talk about new beginnings. New beginnings can be thrilling, sometimes a little bit terrifying. They're full of promises with a little weight of uncertainty. But the truth is, each new beginning is just an invitation for you to trust. To trust the process, to trust the unknown, and most importantly, to trust yourself. The tricky part always is taking that leap of faith and just starting. Whether it's a new job, a new relationship, a creative project,
Oh no.
or simply just a shift in your mindset. There will always be moments of hesitation. We all know that little voice inside our head. It starts, well, what if I do this? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? Yet, if you just stay calm and you grasp to the idea that you are safe, you won't miss out on the beauty of what could be. You don't need to see the entire path from the beginning. You just need to trust that the first step will just reveal the next. And trust your gifts. Those unique talents and perspectives that you hold that make you, you. Believe me, when you trust them, everything just starts to align. Just allow everything to fall into place. And trust that your inner light will be guiding you. Starting to bring some awareness back into our body. Wiggling our fingers, our toes. Taking a big, big stretch. Bringing hands overhead completely. And slowly rolling onto your right side.
What are you doing, you fat dog?
Catching a glimpse of the beautiful sunset.
Oh, that is really nice.
Very, very slowly making your way to a seated position. Bringing hands overhead with a big inhale. And release. I bring it close, the music keeps sounding. If I put it apart, I don't know what that is. Taking an inhale with our arms up and twisting over to the right. Coming back through center. And over to the left. Extending our legs out wide, coming to center, taking a big inhale, and as we exhale, falling forward. That's gonna drive me crazy. We'll pause the music.
What are you doing?
Coming back up. Let's bring those legs out, back and around, and settle down into a child's pose. Perhaps bringing out legs out wide, and then allowing your chest to drop. Taking our hands and moving them all the way over to the right side of our mat, staying down in our child's pose, just opening up that left side of our body. And walking those hands over to the left. Coming to a tabletop position, stacking our hips below our knees and those wrists below our shoulders. Starting to release any tension from your hips, perhaps swaying side to side. Just any gentle movement. As we come to a neutral tabletop, let's plant that left palm down, right hand rises up as we thread the needle over towards the left.
Threaded.
Options for that left hand, we can keep that where it's at. Extend that all the way over to the left upper corner of our mat, or perhaps even bring it around our back in a bind.
I don't like that in my neck.
Coming back up through center into our tabletop. This time, grounding down from our right palm, left hand rises up, and we thread the needle over to the right side. Again, option for that right palm to stay right where it's at, or extended out to the right upper corner of our mat. or perhaps even wrapped around our back. And slowly coming back when you're on your bind, releasing that into a tabletop. Moving through some cats and cows together. So as we inhale, let's gaze up, our belly drops. Exhale, curling our backs. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, curl. Following through a few rounds to the rhythm of your breath. Now on your next exhale, coming to a tabletop, let's tuck our toes, lift off those knees from our mat, and very slowly extending our legs, bringing hips up towards the sky for our downward facing dog. Taking the moment here to make any extra little stretches, so paddle or walk your dog, making little bends on opposite knees, or perhaps swaying hips from side to side. Gazing forward to the front of our mat, slowly walking our feet up to meet our hands as we fall forward. Allowing those hands to just hang heavy. Allowing all your upper body just to release down towards the mat. And very, very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, starting to rise up. Taking a deep inhale once we've reached the top. And exhale, release. Taking another big inhale. Exhale, let it go. This time as we inhale, let's bring those hands up towards the sky. And on our exhale, swan dive, falling forward. Lifting up halfway. And falling forward one more time. This time, as we slowly rise up, taking a bend to our knees, bringing hands up towards the sky into a chair pose. Taking our right foot and stepping it all the way to the back of our mat into a crescent. Options here in crescent. We can keep that back foot lifted up or planting it down. And if you feel your stance is a little wobbly, all it takes is taking a little extra step forward. Right hand comes all the way to the back of our mat, left hand forward. Bringing both hands back up to center for our crescent. This time, left hand comes back, right hand forward for a twist. Coming back through center one more time. And stepping that foot back forward into our chair. Can you feel your hips just sink a little bit deeper? Two more breaths. And falling forward, release.
Oh. It's getting colder. Getting colder.
Planting those hands on your mat, so taking a bend to our knees as much as needed to step or hop back into a high plank, or lowering down those knees for a supported plank. Shifting our weight forward, coming down halfway, bringing our chest through for our upward facing dog into our downward facing dog. Taking a bend to those knees, the knees meet our mat, and coming back down into a child's pose. And when you're ready, meeting back at a downward facing dog. Gazing forward to the top of our mat, let's walk our feet all the way to the top and fall forward. And very, very slowly starting to rise up. Reconnecting back to that breath. Taking a few rounds of deep inhales. And exhale it out. Inhale. Let it all go. One more big inhale. Hold it. And exhale. On our next inhale, let's bring those hands back up towards the sky. Exhale, falling forward. Lifting up halfway. And falling forward one more time. This time as we rise up, let's take a bend to our knees, bringing hands up towards the sky, or perhaps at heart center, sinking down into our chair. Stepping back this time with our left foot, bringing those hands up towards the sky for our crescent. Can you feel your shoulders just slightly relax on your next exhale? Left hand comes all the way to the back of our mat. Right hand forward for a twist. Bringing our left hand all the way back up to our crescent.
Oh, it's because it's windy.
Wobbly crescent. This time, let's take that right hand all the way to the back, left hand forward. Coming back to the middle. And taking a step with that left foot forward, back into our chair. It's getting off of work, didn't make it to yoga. Extending those legs and allowing your body to fall forward.
A lot of sitting today.
Planting our hands at the top of our mat and stepping or hopping back into a high plank. Lowering down those knees and moving back into a child's pose. Very slowly making our way back into a downward facing dog.
Fucking Mothra, dude.
Right leg rises up. Dropping that right foot to the outer side of your
Fuck
mat.
this, bro.
And flipping over for a wild thing. So we are at three-legged dog. You take that right leg, gaze over to the left side of your mat. That way, right? And then you take your right hand off the mat. Coming back down to your three-legged dog and into a downward facing dog. Let's try that on that other side. Left leg rises up, gazing over to the right side of your mat, dropping that foot down, slowly lifting up your right hand. Yep. It's called wild thing. You are a wild thing, Joey. Bringing that palm back into our mat, into our downward facing dog. Right leg rises up one more time, but this time we're setting up for pigeon. Don't worry. In pigeon, we can keep our chest up high or slowly lower down into our mat. Very gently coming back up. Keeping that right leg bent, let's twist over towards the left. Left leg extended out. Taking our right hand over towards the left. I think you're on the other side. But if your pigeon is on that side, just stay on that side. Extend
Hey,
your right
Queen.
leg. Take your left hand over. Left hand, your other left over.
You only have one left.
Yeah, he was questioning Alex's driving skills. That's a whole other story, but just wanted to point that out. I got you, Alex. Coming back up, taking a bend to your left leg or your other leg.
Your other left leg.
If you're Joey. So now you bend the other side. Let's extend out that right leg, setting up for pigeon. So your pigeon, you're just doing pigeon on the opposite side, Joey. Okay. Very slowly rising up. Keeping that leg bent, extending out to the other side. Taking that left hand all the way over to the right, or the right hand all the way over to the left. Slowly Coming back up, making our way back to a seated position, but this time into a butterfly. Lengthening our spine, taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, start falling forward. Coming back up and making our way to our backs. Bringing our knees towards our chest, giving them a big, big hug. Perhaps gently rocking side to side. Or taking a happy baby. Jody's technique of tying Kenzo to her leg is priceless. You should patent that, Jody. Bringing legs all the way down, planting those feet, bringing our knees to a bend, setting up our arms side by side next to our body, planting those hands right next to our hips, and very slowly lifting up our hips from the floor for a bridge pose. Our hands can stay planted down on the mat, or perhaps taking a bind under our back. And very, very slowly, bringing those hips back down towards the mat. Taking the moment to do any final movement, any final stretch. And coming back down to a position laying down. Could be legs extended out or just how we started in our little butterfly. Any comfortable position. I'm going to be walking around with some lavender oil to place it in the palms of your hands. Once I do, rub those palms together and create a little cup on top of your nose. If you don't want any lavender oil, then you can simply just put your hands on your belly. Taking a few deep inhales and exhales. Starting to bring back some awareness into our bodies. Wiggling our fingers and toes. Bringing hands overhead for a big stretch. Taking a bend to those knees towards your chest. This time giving them a little hug. Very gently rocking back and forth until we come to a seated position. Taking a big inhale, opening up our arms. Exhale, release. Thank you all for coming to this windy, cold, beautiful flow. I hope you guys enjoyed it. From my heart to yours, namaste.
Namaste. Now it's time to party.
As the days get lighter, we will have more sunsets.